Wednesday night baseball set to come your way from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the second of three. CC Sabathia gets the ball for the Yankees in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, last year he had an ERA over 4. For a starting pitcher, that's a bit high. Looking to have a better year this season.
And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. Lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I can't wait to see Colby Rasmus in that hair play. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out. Jose Altuve gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Sabathia's ready. Here's the 0-1. Line towards center field. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Carlos Correa set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, they didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here. Oh, and they've got him picked off. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Well, plenty of mistakes to go around here on this play. First off, the runner breaks much too early over there at first, so he should be dead to rights out there. But then the defense lets him off the hook, and he winds up taking second anyway.
Number 99 is there, and he'll put it away. Lance McCullers will be on the mound for the Astros. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, remember last year he had an ERA in the low 3s. Very dependable, very consistent. One of the most reliable pitchers in the game.
Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Eric Karros, these Astros entering play here tonight. They were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, but most of the folks below us weren't all that happy, but that was a good way to get your season off on the right foot. 1-0 sounds a whole lot better than 0-1, but there's a long way to go. No question about it.
Brett Gardner comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report, because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And with a quick breather here, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about Carlos Correa, you're talking about one of the great talents in today's game. Has an elite arm, aims to be a leader in the clubhouse. He's really everything you can ask for in a shortstop.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Correa has got it, and the side is retired. Evan Gattis makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. Sabathia gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Ouch, that comebacker appeared to get him in the arm. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. One away now. Stepping in, Colby Rasmus. He'll get to take his cuts here. 2 quick outs here in the second.
Batting 7.
Marwin Gonzalez into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
And he's running the risk of a 3-pitch inning if he makes an out there.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. After it is Gardner. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Nice job. Greg Bird strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Squared that one up just a little late. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
A lot of pitches away here, which is smart given that short porch and right.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Settling in now, Starlin Castro, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Didi Gregorius stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do. Number 10 stands in for the first time.
Leading off for Houston, first baseman, number 10.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Ellsbury going back, and this one is gone. A home run. And how about that? Number 10 has got himself his first big league round tripper. We'll have to wait and see how many more of these he can mount in his career, but for now I'm sure he's happy to say he's got his first.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. I'm sure he was practically floating as he jogged the bases. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over. You know his phone's going to blow up. He's going to be calling his mom, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Sabathia into his motion. First pitch on its way. Hard liner to center field. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
He's set. Here it comes. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners on first with 1 down. On the ground for Headley at third, could be 2. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with Billy Butler will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Well, when you have a guy like Country Breakfast in the middle of your lineup, you're going to see some big bombs and timely hitting. Let's see what he can do right here.
Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. After several seasons in Kansas City, the team that originally drafted him, Butler, moved on to Oakland via free agency.
Yeah, his numbers kind of dwindled a bit in his last couple seasons in Kansas City, but he is a professional type hitter, and he's still definitely a threat.
Number 99.
Number 99 is at the plate as he watches ball one. The Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. On deck, the dangerous Chase Headley. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away. Chase Headley will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Jose Altuve will stand in now. He took home the Silver Slugger Award in the American League a year ago. Sabathia sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Liner towards second, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second, and he will make it there as he starts the 4th with a leadoff double.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Grounded back up the middle. Gregorius has it. A spin and a throw, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Evan Gattis will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Scooped up, and they will tag him out between first and second. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Left fielder,
Colby Rasmus steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
The 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Into the box now, Marwin Gonzalez. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Down the third baseline. Backhanded. Here's Castro for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Not really your prototypical double play ball here. This is a high chopper, so they wind up taking the force at second, and that's all they're going to get.
Number 10 gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. Throws there, and he is out on a beautiful throw as he just came up firing that time. Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Hit to third. Reined in. And he's set down, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 11.
Striding into the box, Brett Gardner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Gary Sanchez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Gary Sanchez has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swung on, missed, 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail it here. Jake Marisnick heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Center fielder number 6.
Here comes the first pitch.
Marisnick.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Number 99 is there to put this one away, and it's a very quick out to start the 5th. George Springer will stride in, popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
Throw on to first is in time, and Sabathia's got himself 2 quick outs.
Number 2.
Number 2 will dig in for the 3rd time now. He started the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Not the kind of night you're dreaming of when this game started. Let's see if he changes his approach here.
Taken high and deep to right. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the Astros have taken a 3-0 lead. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
And a pitch out, nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Sabathia pauses. 1-0 on its way. That evens it up 1-1. 3 runs, 9 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And a dive, but he's back. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. One and two, here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. Gloved by Castro. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. One more for the Starlin Castro will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And, oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. High in the air out to center field. Marisnick is under it. 1 down. Didi Gregorius is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Swing and a little tapper. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter, designated hitter,
Billy Butler comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Done a heck of a job.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
I got 2-1 to count.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
First walk he's given up so far, and when you combine that with just 1 hit, it's not hard to see why these guys are having a lot of trouble scoring runs.
Number 99 is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Yanks leave 1. Still down 3-0. Evan Gattis will lead things off here for Houston as they look to get things started in this 6th inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a liner, but foul. double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider, and he starts it out over the middle of the plate. The hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Marwin Gonzalez stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Home. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. Waiting on it, the right fielder. And the inning is over. Chase Headley will be the one to start us off. Chase Headley will come in now to start things out here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fellow on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2 pitch. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. So 1 gone in the inning now for Jacoby Ellsbury.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
This is pulled into right, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Will Harris will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Brett Gardner stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
in the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You figure he should get something good to hit here. They don't want to walk him and put him on for the heart of the order.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Gary Sanchez is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Curveball bounces, and that gets by to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to 3rd here as he advances on the wild pitch. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3. And Tyler Clippard is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Jake Marisnick will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Well, a couple of good swings back-to-back, but nothing at all to show for it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. George Springer gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Now batting, number 2.
Number 2 will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runners on first with 1 down. Throw over to the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the 2nd strike. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Another one sent foul. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1 and 2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. 2 out with the man at first. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1 and 2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Left field and deep. Gardner going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as the Astros will open up a 5-0 lead. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1 and 2 now. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. Ready on 1 and 2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Astros play 2. Leading off the inning, Greg Bird. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
And he's retired here, 1 away.
the batter, number 14.
Starlin Castro will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Didi Gregorius will dig in for the third time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Chasen Shreve will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Chasen Shreve.
Evan Gattis will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Here's the first pitch. Colby Rasmus stands in as he looks at a called strike. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Marwin Gonzalez. He singled his last time up.
Marwin Gonzalez.
First pitch on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gregorius is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Billy Butler will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence. But he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Ken Giles is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. And there's a swing and a miss by Butler, and he's in the hole now, 0-2. Hit hard but foul. Giles sets. Here's the 0-2. And Butler swings and misses. He's down on strikes for route number 1.
Well, this bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Number 99 is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. Chase Headley will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
3-1 now. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Yankees,
Jacoby Ellsbury will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee-high.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. They can't. Number 10 will be the batter. 2 for 3 with a home run thus far.
Yeah, having a solid performance in this one. Definitely been a bright spot for them offensively.
Line toward right center. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
center fielder number 6.
Jake Marisnick will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
First offering on its way. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Now the 0-1. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Going back is the right fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Astros leave 1, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Striding in to start the 9th, Brett Gardner, and they'll need him to get something going here. Giles is ready. Here's the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Gary Sanchez stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Little too anxious there. 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Corner paint right there. 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
1 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Now batting, first baseman
Greg Bird makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
1-1, here it is. This is line to left, but he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more
Good Thursday.